Welcome to the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. Discover with us and enjoy our holistic resources. Join us weekly on Wednesdays for our live talk show discussing the topics central to maintaining the holistic lifestyle you want. Each week we bring on leaders, product providers, and educators to enlighten and empower your natural journey in wellness. Let us begin.
Welcome to another fabulous Wellness Wednesday in beautiful Southern California. This is the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We are live broadcasting on the platform of Inner Light Radio, known as the Healing Frequency. We're here each and every Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. Pacific Standard Time, of course. The call-in number is 310-928-7733. Once again, 310-928-7733. Have any questions for our guests or our co-hosts? Now, our Facebook page is Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. Once again, Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. Of course, our website is createyourholisticlifestyle.com. That's createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Dr. Rabb, how you doing?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Byron was at the keyboard at the beginning there, and he got. You said you're the one that sent me that device, right?
That wasn't me.
Wasn't a box-like thing that I don't know where else it would have come from.
Okay, we can discuss that. It might have been the product that we ordered, so we can talk about that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Okay, well, perfect. Erlene should have came at the same time. So, all right, perfect. All right, we have a guest co-host today, Julia Vecina. Julia, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you guys?
Oh, good. Welcome back. I can't wait for you to come on and talk about your parasite cleanse. I can't wait to get into that one.
Oh, yeah.
I want to see things get squeezed out of me I didn't even know was there, Julia.
That's my reaction.
Yeah, they told me some pretty interesting things that happened. And the thing about it, they tell you to look at everything. And I just don't know if I'm going to do that, but I might be curious enough. Parasites or something else.
You're a brave guy. You can do that. I did it.
Yeah, we got to keep our bodies cleansed out. Dr. Rabb, just for a reminder, can you tell us the 3 cycles of the body that we go through a day?
Yeah, the first one starts at 4 a.m. and goes to 12 noon.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one goes from 12 noon to 8 o'clock, and the third one goes from 8 o'clock to 4 a.m. again.
Okay, and which cycle represents what? I think the first one is elimination.
Yeah, the first one is elimination.
That's 4 to 12 noon.
Right, and the next one is not assimilation. That's appropriation.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you're appropriating things for that middle run, and then the last one from 8 o'clock on. That's the assimilation cycle. And it works much better when they are not violated.
I see. You know, a lot of people don't know about the cycles of the body, so I always think it's always interesting to let people know that the body does have its own internal clock to kind of put it in a certain light. And those things are important, especially when you try to achieve different goals with the body. So, yeah, that's always good. Julia, our guest, go ahead, Dr. Rabb, what were you saying?
No, I was going to say because that morning cycle, especially from 4 a.m. till noon, and when a lot of people are getting up eating solid food and doing all of that, and that kind of hangs off in the stomach area there and creates more problems. So that's why those cycles really make a lot of sense, and they're very necessary, but a lot of people don't follow them, don't know nothing about them, and that's why they have a lot of problems.
Yeah.
So you have to eat something before 8 o'clock? Oh my God, I don't even wake up before 8. what to do.
No, 8 o'clock in the morning, it would be any liquid is fine. You can have a smoothie where it's liquid, but anything that's got to be digested in the stomach,
Wow.
that doesn't work because it just sits there and sits there and sits there, and that's you don't want that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can see how that can get you a little bit. And plus, you want to be light on your feet in the morning. You got a lot to handle. So it's always good to take something light and you can move along with to fulfill your day. Listen, we have a great show today. We're going to get into something that's revolutionizing the health and wellness industry. We're going to talk about it in depth so everybody understands what it is. If you're just tuning in, once again, this is the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We are live. So when I get back from the commercial break, I'll give the number at the top, and we're going to bring on our featured guest today. You're going to love this guy. Not only is he personable, he's freaking knowledgeable. We'll be right back.
My name is Michelle. I am the beauty boss of A More Beautiful You with Jafra Cosmetics. What is so wonderful about Jafra is that it is an essential business and fits into everyday needs for everyone in your family. Jafra offers over 500 products within 4 departments, and they are, department number 1 is our skincare department with our 5 exclusive Royal Jelly skincare lines powered by our Royal Jelly RJX technology. Number 2 is our on-trend gorgeous color and makeup line, a must-see. Number 3 is our fragrance from the world's top perfumers. And department number 4 is our body care for the entire family. Just added is our daily advanced hand sanitizers in 2 sizes. I invite you to visit my website to see more of A More Beautiful You with Jafra. My website is www.amorebeautiful-u.com. That is www.amorebeautiful-u.com. Thank you and stay safe and well.
Welcome to the hemp industry, including new product CBD-based discoveries is here. It is a smart, organic personal care option today. Industrial hemp is one of the fastest growing segments of the wellness industry and is quickly emerging as a lucrative business opportunity for many. This emerging industry strives to create products that are designed to revolutionize the way people care for themselves. These products are well formulated to produce the finest quality of dietary supplements on the market, derived from industrial hemp containing proprietary CBD compounds that help support the body's endocannabinoid system. For more information regarding hemp, nano water soluble CBD, CBD pet care, CBD choices for your complete body, and receive your home delivery, visit the Lifestyle Store at www.createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Once again, the Lifestyle Store. It's at www.createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Health is the new wealth.
Hello, it's Dr. Vic. Finding the right supplement for your health can be very challenging. After years of research, I finally found the one supplement that made a difference. Fountain of Life, a Norwegian spruce extract. It's simply a game changer. Just 10 drops a day can make all of the difference. For more information, visit myopulence.com/Dr. Vic under health. That's myopulence.com/DRVIC. Fountain of Life is not a cure for any disease or ailment, but simply nature's powerful plant antioxidant. Stay well, my friends.
Since the 1800s, supplemental delivery methods have essentially stayed the same through capsules and powder. Nothing is wrong with this form, just like nothing was wrong with listening to music on a record player. These products encompass a breakthrough nanotechnology, breaking large particles down to increase the bioavailability and effectiveness of all of its products. Through my travels and journey with health and wellness, I needed to understand the body more. So a friend of mine recommended I understand glutathione. What is glutathione? Glutathione is the body's master antioxidant that impacts nearly every function in your body. It detoxifies your body's cells, and it also recycles itself to increase the effectiveness
of other antioxidants, for example, vitamin C, D, etc. Glutathione is one of the most studied molecules in the world with over 165,000 studies on PubMed compared to vitamin C with only 69,000 studies. Would you like to know more? Visit www.createqualityoflife.com. Once again, www.createqualityoflife.com. There you'll find information in regards to glutathione and how it can possibly enhance the quality of your life. Health is the new wealth. All right. Health is the new wealth. Once again, we are live. The call-in number is 310-928-7733. Once again, 310-928-7733. I'd like to bring on our featured guest, Roger. How are you?
I'm doing super, sir. How you doing?
Great to have you here. Very interested in what you have to share today, because I think people are going to begin to understand a little bit better of how things work in the body. So you'll be speaking about glutathione today, Roger. So why don't we just get right into it? What is glutathione? Where is it at in the body? Where is it made? Can I scoop it out? Can I spit it up? What's going on with it?
Well, that's a very good question. The exciting part about it is most people have heard about glutathione, but very few people know anything about glutathione. That's the thing. We have been exposed to it. If you're in the beauty industry, people are aware of the effects it has on your skin and lightening. It's used with IVs. All kinds of things to try to change the outer appearances of glutathione, of your body. But at the same time, there's a lot of usages that are used inside. In fact, your glutathione is called the master molecule. As one of your commercials stated, the master molecule because it's involved in more than 400 reactions and functions within the body. It's really a pretty exciting product on that line. It is essential to life. Literally every living thing, plants, animals, people, are all require glutathione to function. It's what do you want to say? Not only is it's a master molecule because of so many functions, but it's also known as the master antioxidant. And a lot of us know about antioxidants and stuff, and like we're saying, beauty products spend a lot of time on getting products that will help fight the sun challenges with sun and stuff like that that cause free radical damage. So we're kind of aware of what it is, but what really is glutathione and how important is it to your body? Okay, if you go to PubMed and you do a search in PubMed of glutathione, you're going to find over 100 right now, I think today it's over 170,000 different clinical studies that have been done on glutathione. And those range in a wide range. The conditions known with low glutathione, which happens quite often. I'll explain how that happens. But when you have low glutathione in your body, you have things that impact your neurological functions, your cancers and immune system, cardiovascular, thyroids, all kinds of things that are affected by low glutathione. You can go into PubMed. You could search things like ADHD or ALS or search breast cancers or acne or gingivitis. Just about anything you can think of, you can search, and you're going to find some association with glutathione. And that's because glutathione is essential within the body for all of these functions. And if you take a look at that, what does glutathione do? Well, it's a magic molecule. We have lots of molecules like vitamin C and things that we're very familiar with. They go out and they do a certain amount of protection in very specific areas, but it also requires glutathione for it to recharge itself and work, even as a vitamin C. Same thing with your other antioxidants. It's being used in functions that you would not expect it to be used in. Some of the things I find interesting when speaking with, especially with doctors that have been giving like an IV to individuals, and one other reason for giving an IV is, other than beauty, is, of course, if you have, for instance, Tylenol poisoning, where somebody has taken too much of the Tylenol, one of the first things that they're going to do in the emergency rooms is going to pump you full of glutathione, because it's such a rapid detoxifier and chelator to remove poisons and things from your body, to try to protect your liver immediately. So it's a very, very powerful product. What they don't know is things like, we can't even breathe without glutathione. You can suck the air into your lungs, but because the way that the hemoglobin is, it's charge of the hemoglobin and the charge of the oxygen, your blood literally could not grab that oxygen that comes into your lungs and carry it through the blood and into the cells, because your blood and the oxygen have the wrong polarity. The glutathione works in the middle as a little magic connector that allows you to carry the oxygen within your body. So without it, we just don't survive. In fact, they say something, there's been some stories, you go 40 days without food, you can go about 5 days without water, okay, but you can only go about 2.5 minutes without glutathione. So it's that critical to your body functions. So with that, we look at other functions that a lot of people are not aware of. They've been trying for years to get the glutathione in their body, and they use it, but they don't know why it is so important. They just know that they do it.
Right.
We have as example your immune system. When you're talking about your T cells, most people know of your T cells or killer cells that go out and attack things in your system. Well, glutathione is a modulator of your immune system. And what that means is, if it needs more of the T cells, it works to make sure that they produce more and they replicate faster to be able to go to the site of an infection. But at the same time, when there is no need for that immune system engagement, the glutathione is responsible for cutting back that activity of your immune system, so you're not immune compromised just by your own immune system. It's very very important function within the body for that. It also has a protector of your mitochondria DNA. Your DNA and your mitochondria, of course, are a little engine inside your body. It's taking in the inputs into it and creating the processes of life, of energy. Every cell needs energy to survive. So it is required for protecting that mitochondria. Well, how does it do that? Well, it does that because of its its antioxidant capabilities. It literally neutralizes a lot of these free radicals. So if you imagine your body, every little cell, like if it was a bus, a city street bus with all the smoke and smog coming out behind it, that's like your cells. They're doing their job, carrying their payload, but they're also producing all kinds of toxic materials. And as you sit behind that bus riding your bicycle, you're going to get real sick if you're sitting inside that smog all the time. And our glutathione is kind of like an ambulance that comes along and protects you and gives you oxygen things and repairs you so that you don't drop over dead after being behind that bus. The same thing is happening inside of every single cell. Your cells are creating these toxins and things by their burning of the fuels, and it needs to be cleaned out of your system. And that glutathione works kind of like flypaper. It sticks to these things. It's a chelator. It'll pull out things like heavy metals, mercuries and stuff like that out of your system. And when that happens, it allows that cell to, of course, be repaired. I mean, literally, if you didn't get it, it would clog up and the cell would die from its own toxins that it's producing. And then, of course, the major function of the glutathione, as we said, is as a antioxidant or to prevent free radical damage. Free radical damage is caused when your body produces its living forces and things, the free radicals themselves that are there are going to steal electrons from your cells. As they steal the electron from the cells, your cells will age and die. And that's what your antioxidants are there for, is to try to offset those free radicals. Glutathione, being the magic molecule, doesn't just impact one or two times against a few free radicals. It actually breaks itself apart when it gives up an electron into its 3 amino acids. And that's cysteine and glutamate and glycine. And these amino acids can be reproduced, rebuilt. They rebuild right inside the cell another glutathione molecule. And it attacks another free radical. And then the cells, once again, they rebuild that glutathione molecule from its amino acids, and it attacks again. And it can do this. It would do it indefinitely if there wasn't a challenge. And the challenge is your body loves those amino acids for other things. So even though you get glutathione in your body, the every time that it attacks that free radical, there's a chance that something else is going to use, let's say, the cysteine out of your amino acids. Mm-hmm. If it does, then there's nothing there to rebuild a new glutathione molecule. And that creates one of the features of glutathione. As things are using it up, it has about a 90-minute half-life. And that means that if you started out with any amount of glutathione, in about 90 minutes, you'll have only half that glutathione left in your body. 90 minutes later, you're going to have half of that, or a quarter. 90 minutes later, you're going to have an eighth, and then a 16th. And literally within 24 to 48 hours, your body has consumed, because it's using the other parts of the amino acids as it goes through this process, is consumed. This is why when they give you an IV, it's much better on your IV to drip it to you over the course of a day than it is to give it all at once, because literally in 90 minutes, whatever you have is gone. And there's lots of studies that have been done to show how to administer your glutathione correctly. What a lot of the doctors don't know is that is what happens, that glutathione literally does disappear. So when you come in for a monthly glutathione shot, you're really only getting a day or two of glutathione. And after that, that shot has been used. It's been consumed. So the best way to get your glutathione would be to supplement it constantly in your system to replace it. Well, normally our body will do that. When we're young, our body creates glutathione, especially the liver. The liver produces thousands of times more glutathione than the other cells, but virtually every cell in your body can create glutathione if it has the right precursors for it. So we've known this since the 50s. In fact, 1800 something, I think 1888 or something, is when they realized that they had glutathione and it was in our system. It was about the 1920s, I think 27, when they found out how to extract it to be able to look at it to see what the molecules looked like. But then after they did that, in about the early 50s, they started coming up, well, my gosh, this thing is so important. And we realized that what happens is our liver starts to reduce its production. So by the time you're 20 years, at the age of 20, you're doing really good. But by the time you're the age of 70, because the liver cuts down about 8 to 15% every decade. So from the age of 20 to the age of 70, I've only got half the glutathione production in my body on a daily basis that I had when I was 20. But I didn't stop eating. I didn't stop breathing. I didn't stop running into the toxins in the world. All of that stuff is still happening to the body, but you have less glutathione, which obviously things as simple as what's it do for your the oxygen flow within your blood. Those glutathione molecules are needed to make that happen. So if you're getting less and less of them, you have a challenge. So since the 1950s, they have been working on how do we get glutathione into the body. And it's been a long and exciting journey. There are some companies who have done some incredible things through the years. IVs are one of them, trying to produce the glutathione and then give you an IV. when they do give you an IV, the glutathione needs to break down, because just the way that its delivery system works, it needs to break down into its amino acids, flow through your system, get to the cells, and then rebuild themselves inside the cell into the glutathione before they're functional. So that's one of the fastest methods that have been found with to date for getting the glutathione into your system. They have tried all kinds of lotions and potions and pills. Our body and our skin is very, very hard to get things through. Your gut destroys the glutathione and the cysteine, which is the missing amino acid in most cases. They've come up with all kinds of ways to create the cysteine product in particular. They say this is a glutathione product. Well, it's really a precursor for glutathione, trying to provide the cysteine. And they bind them into pills and different things, and into different chemical reactions that will cause a reaction when it breaks down. Example like NAC. NAC has been used for many, many years to try to get the cysteine into your body, but the NAC, what happens with that is only a limited amount, first of all, even gets past your stomach. Some of them have tried to nanoize this as small as they can so they can take it in under your tongue or something. Most of those are typically combined with a lot of sugar and, to try to pass your system so you can taste it or whatever. And, of course, the sugars are just contrary to what we're doing because it's actually creating the free radicals. So, but they're doing the best they can, and they've gotten some pretty good results. The company's been around for 15 some odd years that have done remarkably good at getting the glutathiones into the body and your system. So what has happened in all of this process is there have been companies that have been looking into nanotechnologies. And nano doesn't mean things like these robots running around inside your body like a lot of people think of if they're science fiction movies. We're just talking about it means small, very, very small. So, give me 1 minute, Roger, before we get into the nanotechnology. Julie, do you have any questions at this point for Roger?
Yes. Thank you so much for such an informative lecture. I learned so much. Amazing. I'm doing right now the intravenous injections once a week, but you said it only lasts for like 48 hours, yeah? So much money for nothing almost. Yes?
Well, it lasts for the 48 hours, but think about what happens when you have your injection. You're getting a lot of glutathione into your system. And it does take about an hour for it to break down and then recombine back into the cells. And a lot of that process, while it's split apart into its amino acids, your body and your bloodstream are trying to use that up. So that's why it doesn't get there. It breaks apart even before it gets to the cells and other parts of your body. And those 400 functions we're talking about, they get used up. And most of the doctors don't know that half-life, how important that half-life is. So it really doesn't matter how much you put in your body. The system is going to break down. The glutathione is going to break down by that 90-minute rule, no matter what they put in. And now, does that mean things? Sure, it means that if you had 1,000 milligrams of glutathione, you've got a lot of glutathione to help your system. And then you've got 500 an hour later left to work with your system, and that's still a lot. So it's a lot better than taking, say, maybe a capsule or something that might only provide a fractional part of the glutathione. However, taking a fractional part over long periods of time is actually better than taking a lot at one time. Okay. Wow. Because of the buildup effect and beating the half-life with the product. So there are some issues also with that, of course. Like I said, some of the products that we try to get the glutathione into the body with, they have their own consternation. Like the FDA has labeled NAC in the last couple of years as a drug because of the other effects that sometimes occur when you're taking that type of a product. Mm-hmm. So,
okay.
So yes, it does. It's not like it doesn't do anything. It does incredible for you. Okay, like I said, if you had Tylenol poison, you want to get a lot of glutathione right now.
Right. But after 4 injections, they actually recommend to buy little vials and do injection under the skin yourself every day. Maybe that's a better idea because you're constantly getting some dose of it.
Well, if you're getting, let's say that typically a glutathione shot will have somewhere between 500 and about 1,700 milligrams of glutathione in it. So that's a lot of glutathione, okay? But if you start dividing that by 2, you find out that it doesn't take very long that there's not very much of it left. Okay, you got, even if you start like 2,000, 90 minutes later you got 1,000, 90 minutes later 500, 90 minutes later 250, 90 minutes later 125. So it rapidly depletes itself on an exponential basis. So yes, having a shot daily or injection daily would be far superior, or a couple of times a week would be far superior than doing an injection once a month.
Intravenously. Yeah. But also, I would like to know. Do you know why you have when you're getting it intravenously, you kinda get sometimes like chest gets like pressured or hard, something like it's heaviness, and then the doctor slow down the flow until you adjust. Do you know why that effect happens?
No, I'm not really sure, but keep in mind that glutathione, as we said, is a very strong antioxidant, so it's going to create reactions in your body. So if you've got a large amount of glutathione and you've got a large toxicity or something, or a lot of free radicals, you're going to get a lot of reaction. And so I could, it's very, to me, it seems like that would make logical for you to cut down and stuff if somebody was reacting, to that. I could see where a person could, feel uncomfortable or nauseous or whatever, any number of things.
They slow down. They slow down the flow. Yeah, they slow down the flow, and then everything is good. And after you adapt for a few minutes, they make it more faster. Yeah, the flow, and also they inject a bigger dose. Like in the first time, I did actually 400 milligram of glutathione, which is a lot. Usually people start with 100, and then they build up to it.
Right. So the ones that drip the glutathione over a long period of time, they know that if they could, the slower they can put it in, the better the effect is going to be overall. Okay, because of the way because it looks, it's kind of like, imagine that you're thirsty and you want a glass of water, and you fill that glass of water up, but you're filling it up with a bucket. Well, even if you've got a bucket of water and you dump it in a glass, the glass is not going to hold any more than one glass of water. So you're going to waste a lot of that water from the bucket. Right. And that's the way your body is with the glutathione. You're dumping too much in for it to use right away. So it's a lot better to keep it at just what you fill up your glass, you drink it, you fill up your glass, you drink it. So what you can consume, they do that for a major portion to make sure your body is capable of consuming what you're delivering.
Right.
I don't think anybody can I can't say. Yeah. So in each person's body is going to be a little bit different. We all know we have, if you've been exposed to, heavy metal toxins all your life and something, you're going to have a different response to a glutathione IV than somebody that's never been around any real heavy metals, just because the body's immediately going to be trying to do something that it hasn't been doing. So that's the main reason for slowing it down, is to get more efficient use.
Money. I can get minimum. Right?
Well, there is a technology that is out now, okay, that has just it's been out since about 2018 in clinical trials and things, and it's now moved into commercial. It's being marketed commercially now, and that's we were talking about nanotechnology being small. People have been trying to make their glutathiones as small as possible. The challenge is that, like we said, the gut will destroy it. The other binders and things cause other reactions. So how do you get that glutathione small enough to get it in your system? And it's all dependent upon your delivery system, okay? Like pills are one thing, maybe some drops are another thing, IVs are another way. And this one, what they do is they package the glutathione in a structured water, where the water has been changed just slightly to create a technology that allows it to look like a water envelope, as you will. And you put the glutathione molecules into that water water envelope. And now this is very, very tiny. And then they take it in sublingually or through the skin, and it gets into the system and into the cells immediately, because your gut and your liver and stuff will destroy all this, break it down into its amino acids. So this way, it gets right into the bloodstream and can get to the cells. And it's very, very tiny. I mean, we're talking, nanotechnology means 10 to the minus 9, okay? So very, very small. This product is small enough that it will penetrate the cells directly and go right in. So it doesn't have to break into its amino acids and then reform. It can take the glutathione molecules are readily available to go into the cells immediately. And it's remarkably inexpensive compared to, say, an IV. So an IV might be, the way to do it would be like take an IV to get yourself a head start and boost, kind of like, you dump the bucket in the glass to get it full right now. But then you would go use a technology like this that you would administer a little bit every day. And of course, this is not evasive. I mean, it's like you use it like a mouthwash or a beauty spray that you just spray perfume like on your face, okay? You spray the product on, and you take the product internally as like a mouthwash, like I said, swish it around for a couple minutes in your mouth, and then and all the billions of glutathione molecules will go into the body directly without going through the stomach. So that technology is new. It's in the market within the last year. It's commercially out in the market. They've been testing it, like I said, since about 2018, but they just brought it out about a year ago. And it is an incredible product for that purpose.
Actually, you answered my next question, because Johnathan has an amazing product to put a spray in the mouth. So that was my second question. So you recommend that better than even IV, right? Because it's nano. It's like it gets into the inside of the every cell immediately.
Well, the recommendation, like I said, the recommendation would be, if you've got a challenge, okay, then there's nothing wrong with an IV, okay, and you got Tylenol poisonings and stuff like that. You definitely want to do that, besides using a spray that's going to take you maybe a month to get the reactions that you want, okay. So, but for the long term, if you were a normal individual with normal health and everything, then taking this swish or the spray for the faces, if you're looking at the external beautification, it's not just beautification, it's healing the cells. The easiest way to explain that is, if you take a look at every cell in your body, our cells will divide. We all know that they divide to make new cells. What we don't know is some of the cells divide very quickly, like your stomach cells. They will divide within 3 days, and they'll create a new cell. Your skin takes about a month for a cell to go through that cycle of generating new skin cells and stuff. So you kind of need to have this glutathione is cleaning the cell and making the cell work. So imagine that today you took a look at your cell and you look inside of it, and it looks a little bit sick. It's got toxins, and it's not functioning correctly. It's not getting all the stuff out of it. It just isn't working right, because our body loses the production capability. That's why it happens. Okay. We just lose it. So you look at that cell and you say, what can I do for that cell? Well, if you start immediately giving it something like a little bit of glutathione every day, that cell gets a little healthier, and it goes down the road about a month, and all of a sudden it decides to divide into two cells. It's got two healthier cells than if it wouldn't have had the glutathione, because the glutathione, the cell would have been sick all the way through, and it would have divided, and you'd had two sick cells. Now you've got the chance of it dividing and having two healthy cells. So that's why a product like this you should probably use for 3 to 4 months to really see the benefit, because your skin might replace itself within 30 days, but your other organs could take months to, in some cases years, for certain parts to change. So you have to heal them slowly over time.
I love it. Thank you so much. I love your answers, and I love glutathione. And actually, I'm sorry, I just figured it out. It was not this reaction. It was not from glutathione. It was from NAD that I did also that day. Yeah. So glutathione didn't give any bad reaction to anybody. I'm confused.
So they are. Yeah. And I mean, everybody. What I try to tell people is this: if you imagine a cassette tape recorder. I can take a cassette tape recorder and I can put my message on it. I can put it in the mail. I can mail it to you. You can open up the cassette recording, put it in your tape recorder, and you can listen to my message. The message you get, okay? And I'm the glutathione, you get it. But how do you deliver it? Well, today we don't do that. I pick up my cell phone and I just call you and you get the message instantly. So it's the delivery system that is important. The message, the glutathione, and all these methods that they try to do are always the same, but this is such a radically different delivery system that you get effects that are orders of magnitude better than most of the other technology.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, great explanation.
Yeah, what I'll do, Julia, is I'll put you on the phone with Roger. Later on, so you can get some more and so forth. Dr. Rabb, did you have any questions on the subject?
No, I'm just letting it all come in.
All right, I've got a couple of questions.
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, after you.
Okay, just give me.
What do you? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to ask you, what do you take? What kind of a form do you take of glutathione?
Well, I'll be honest with you, I started taking glutathione in different forms, and I paid attention to different foods and stuff before I realized that most of it won't get past your stomach, that it's got to be literally manufactured within the body in most cases. I was using a patch technology that didn't provide glutathione, but what it did is it put signals in the cells to activate the peptides, to get them working and to stimulate the glutathione. But it didn't create glutathione. It created the ability for your body to use the best it could, what it had. Okay. Wow. And I did that for several years, and I have recently switched over to the new technology, and personally, I've gotten incredible results. It's not a weight loss product by any form, but because your body gets well and healthy and you start taking the poisons out of your system, your brain starts to work better, you think better, you've got more energy, you're not taking naps, you've got more of alertness. Wow. You want to walk a little bit, and you start walking, and next thing you know, I'm doing things and exercising that I would have never done. Instead of spending maybe an hour a day taking a nap, I'm spending an hour a day taking a jog. So it just changes the life.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you recommend those supplements, please, for us?
Yeah. What I'll do is
I'm here to I'll provide you information on how all this stuff works, so you guys can figure out how you do your.
Yeah, I'm going to put you on the phone with them, Julia, so that way you can get the information straight from them, and that way so when you get done with your appointment, just text me and I'll put you on the phone with them.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're just tuning,
so much.
Yeah. So just tuning in, this is
the information.
Oh yeah, that's why we're here each and every week. And I've got a couple questions for you, Roger, right after our quick break here. This is the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We're going to take our break. We'll be right back. I'll have a few more questions for Roger.
Hey there, Detox Jenny here. Is your digestion poor, painful, or just plain stuck? If so, please consider doing a short 3 to 10 day juice cleanse with my company, Earthly Juices. You can visit us at bringmejuice.com. You will be surprised what a difference a short cleanse can make within your body and your overall well-being. Our organic farm-to-table juice cleanses are handcrafted to exclude your allergies and geared towards solving your health issues. Call 310-404-6804 and mention this show and receive a free quart of juice with your first order. You can also find us at www.bringmejuice.com. Or you could write us your detox questions at earthlyjuices@gmail.com. We can't wait to bring that juice to your doorstep.
I tell myself again and again, I'm happy about my favorite juice from Jen. I tell myself again and again, well, Earthly Juices, they make the best juice cleanse.
Hi, this is Dr. Nathan Rabb Jr., host of The Natural Way, which you can hear live on InnerlightRadio.com every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On The Natural Way, you will learn about alternative strategies to common medical practices to overcome some of the most common physical and mental maladies in the world today. The program is a live call-in show, so you can engage me by calling 310-928-7733 with your health-related questions. For private consultations, please call my office. That's at 310-419-4372. You can also reach me on the web at Dr. Dr. Nathan, Nathan, Rabb, Rabb.com. Be sure to tune in to The Natural Way every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific and 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, live on InnerlightRadio.com. The Healing Frequency. I'm Dr. Nathan Rabb. We see you on the air. Peace.
Historically, our ancestors lived 100% organic and natural, simply grazing off the green earth with fresh fruits and vegetables and blue oceans filled with seafood. Allowing your mind, body, and soul to be naturally healthy is how we were meant to live during this journey of our lives. We invite you to visit The Lifestyle Store. Once again, The Lifestyle Store, for all of your family's health and wellness needs. Simply click on The Lifestyle Store at www.createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Once again, www.createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Keep this in mind. Health is the new wealth.
That's right. Health's the new wealth. Roger, can you speak about using the glutathione as a spray on your skin and spotted areas and so forth? Talk about that.
Absolutely.
We got about 7 minutes.
Sure. The spray is another form of the product. It's the same product, same glutathione, same cysteine products that they put into their swish, but it's designed to work with your skin. It was developed by an individual that has brought many beauty products and companies to market in the past. And so it contains extra stuff for your skin, like hyaluronic acid, curcumin, things that help your skin. And it's a real simple process. You spray it on your face, moisten it a couple of 3-4 squirts on your face to get your face moist, or your hands, or wherever that you have a challenge that maybe with your skin that directly. And then you do that probably 4 to 5 times a day. And once again, just like using the product internally over longer periods, the same thing with the spray. You should be doing several sprays a day, because all that time that you're waiting past 90 minutes, it's only got half of it left on your system. To give you an example on that, on your spray, if you sprayed yourself let's say with a whole daily requirement of the product at one time, and you went throughout the course of the day to the end of the day, or you turned around and you sprayed yourself, say, 10 times during the day, a little bit, the same amount, but over 10 times. At the end of the day, about 15 hours later, when you're ready to go to bed, you'll have almost 200 times more product of the glutathione in your system than if you would have just done it all at once. So it's not just, do it because it feels good, and it does. That spray feels good on your face. You feel the hyaluronic acid in that, and you know immediately that something is working. But it creates some incredible results. So there are pictures of people that within a couple of weeks or within, like I say, 3 to 4 months in general, they've got incredible results. And they're not, in fact, I don't know of any company except for maybe Botox or surgery where a person can go in and come back out of it and you see a difference. With this product, within very short period of time, it works on things like you'll see notification changes in things like your skin, the texture of the skin, the spots on your skins. All these things are all impacted by the glutathione, which is reaching from the outside into your body, just like the Swish product is working from the inside out. And I'll give you an example. Myself personally, I sprayed on my left hand. Every day I had about 20 age spots on both hands, and I sprayed on my left hand every day, multiple times, and I did not spray on the right hand, but I did take the Swish the whole time at the same time. The sprays went away, my spots and things went away on my left hand, and it was about a month later, all the spots went away on the right hand. So the product took care of the situation either way. It's just that it was much faster using the spray than just depending upon the internal use only. Does that help, Johnathan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Incredible.
What's interesting for me is I've been manufacturing products for 25 years. And, when you told me about this, first thing comes to my mind is, hey, I want to recreate this. But I can't because I don't have the technology. And the technology has been patented. They own it. But that's normally when you try to do things. I have people come to me all the time. Hey, look, can you make this for me? Sometimes you can do it. Sometimes you can't. But I just thought it was pretty interesting because before I talked to Roger, I was getting ready to go get an IV. And I hate needles, so I was really kind of pissed off. You know what I mean? But I know I needed glutathione. You know what I mean? I know I needed it. So it came along at the right time. So, Dr. Rabb, did you have any questions?
No, just listening and getting, more knowledge in all of the different things that are out there.
Yeah. So
talking about the technology, Johnathan, I have, being an engineer and scientist, I dig myself into this stuff all the time and try to look at things. I've been involved in water technologies for about 20 years now and structured waters and things ever since the Chernobyl accident. Various other things that have come about scientifically, they have combined several different technologies and made things work that nobody has got. There is no competition with this particular technology in the market. There's a lot of people say they have nanotechnology, small stuff, but they don't have anything where they can get the actual glutathione assisting right straight to the cell. Mm.
Now, Roger has put together a link with a lot of information. There's a product link on there to break things down for you. There's even a research link that's there for people that want to go direct you to PubMed, so you can go glutathione and you can put whatever you want. All the studies will come up. So if you go to www.createqualityoflife.com, once again, createqualityoflife.com, you see what he's put together there. There's galleries, things under tools. You can take a look at that, and you can order there if you want to engage with that particular product. Feel free to do so. There's 2 that's there. It's very affordable, but I try to look for things to enhance my quality of life because Look, I mean, I was on the phone, Roger was on the other day, and these people had these products. You got to stick yourself every day. Well, you know what? That's not too exciting to me. I don't want to stick myself every day. Then I feel like a druggie. What am I going to do next? I'm going to be tapping on my arm trying to find a vein. I mean, I'm not built that way. Not built that way at all. So for me, I like to do things the way it's structured, and this is nice for me, and it's new technology, and it's the latest. So I can appreciate that. Julia, do you have any ending questions? We have to end the show. Do you have anything else you'd like to ask?
No, I got it all. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I will buy that spray too.
Just text me after your meeting and when you're available, and I'll put you on the phone with Roger. Okay? Perfect.
Thank you, Roger.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks, Julia. Thanks for being on today. Dr. Rabb, what's interesting is Roger said this is glutathione, and people, they say, well, can I get this in my eye if I spray? And it's not a problem. So I know that you're sensitive about the eyes and so forth. So I wanted to let you know that it's not a problem if some does get in your eye if you do spray it, okay?
I'd love to have some of the the information on it. And, right now I'm having a little issue with the right eye. The left eye is fine. I got that straightened out.
Mm.
But is there somewhere you can send me an email or something?
Well, in what I sent you, you have a lot of it there. So if you have a particular name of what's happening, what I'll do is I will talk to Erlene, and we'll go on the computer, and I'll show you. We'll look up that and whatever the eye condition is. We'll do that today, later on the day before you close, okay?
Yeah, because that's my, as they say, my right-hand lady.
Yeah, and I want to make sure that you get this information. And Roger, thank you so much for coming on today. I don't even think you even knew I had this show, but I said, hey, I'm gonna get this guy on, because you know what? I got too many people that are getting results. I said, hey, people need to know about glutathione. I didn't know anything about glutathione, except for I knew wealthy people did it. You know what I mean? They stuck themselves in their arm, and I said, well, as in Rome, do what the Romans do. So listen, thanks a lot, Roger, for coming on. Dr. Rabb, thank you so much. I'll be in touch with you later on today. You guys have a great week. Take care. God bless.
Peace and
Thank
love.
you for joining us on the Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We are a globally hosted show dedicated to sharing holistic lifestyle events, practitioners, products and services, and useful information. Visit our website, createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Once again, createyourholisticlifestyle.com. Of course, our Facebook page is Create Your Holistic Lifestyle Show. We will see you next week.
Namaste.